I'm gonna try to share from my phone so that I don't have because I'm on the computer. So I'm gonna just use my phone for sharing. Holy crap. She got the buggy and everything in there.
She's in the garage tonight. She's showing
Yep.
it all. Hers, her husband's. It's got it. It's a Suzuki Sidekick.
Facebook's a little late. It just told me you were about to go live. Facebook's a little late. It just told me we were about to go live.
Why is that microphone in my head?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Another beautiful Tuesday night. You're here with us, K.O. Kane, Sherry Wilkins, and myself, David Hayes with Spartan Productions. We are in the house. We are talking off-road tonight, and we're excited to have some awesome guests tonight. We actually have Leah Hock. I can't talk. I apologize. We have Leah Hockman on the boards tonight. She's going to be talking everything off-road. She is a titan in the industry. She has multiple brands that she's working with. She's a big crawler. She crawls. We've also got music promoter Shea Gables in the house. He's going to be talking about the industry, the highs and the lows, and everything in between. Tonight, we're going to get this thing rolling. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yes, sir. What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here.
I already see some people spilling in. What up, Brian? What up, Lee? Yep.
What's up?
As Spartan said, yes, we have Leah Hockman tonight. I'm actually excited to know more about what goes on with what this lady does.
She does everything. She's got her hand in a lot.
We are also excited that tonight Sherry is actually going to do the first interview run on this. She's going to be doing a lot of interviews. We brought her on originally because we wanted to give the female voice a chance on this platform to go out and show out and do what they do. And we're really proud to say that we've continued that passion and allowed that to really grow. And we're really excited that tonight she's going to have a chance to interview a titan in the industry and really get to know her. So less me, more her. Should be a great show.
Okay, y'all, you ready to get this rocking?
Let's go ahead and rock it out.
On?
Give me 1 second. Let me prep this video, and we will get her on right about now.
There's my girl. Hey. We're doing Sexy Librarian tonight.
All right, let's go. Welcome, Leah Hockman in the house. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. How's the weather up there? Where are you out of? Tell us what's going on.
I'm up in Northern Virginia. It's been kind of raining off and on today.
Oh man, same here.
At least it looks nice and dry in the garage.
We have like 20.
Full disclosure, Brent will be working on his buggy the whole time we're on this. So.
Brett, I need you to use the hand tools, not the power tools, and we should be good to go.
What's up, Brett?
He
hey,
said
Brent.
that exactly.
Tell him to pop up and say hello.
Yeah, tell him show his face real quick.
Tell him to show his face. Let's see the man with you.
This is the guy who makes
Come on, Brent.
Possible. Couldn't do anything without him.
Hi, nice to meet you, sir.
What's up, buddy?
I think we're about to hear a lot about you.
Oh, for sure.
Well, without further ado, I'm going to step back and let Sherry take control of the mic and let this thing rock.
Okay. Leah, start out by telling us how you got involved in this industry.
That guy back there.
Of course.
Yeah. Excuse me. We met in 2009, 2010, and he had a custom tube chassis rock crawler buggy that he had built from the ground up. And we were, like 24 or so then. I'm giving away my age, but anyways, he let me drive it. He let me get in the driver's seat and just do whatever I felt like doing. And he taught me how to pick a line and stick it. And I was just obsessed with him and the buggy. It was so cool. Like I knew about off-road, but I didn't know about full tube chassis rock crawler buggies, like 1-to-1 size off-road, like RC crawlers. So that's how I got into it, was my husband.
Hey, sounds like he the
Hey.
man.
Yeah, I mean,
So do
He
you
is.
want to explain a little bit to people about your buggy, like show them your buggy and point some things out?
If you guys
You
want
got
to do
that
that,
nice garage behind you.
yeah, we want to see it. I want to see some
Show
tires.
it
I
off,
want to
girl.
see some. I want to see some travel. Let me see what you got going on there.
Okay. Well, it's just a simple 2-car garage. We have no fancy shop, no lift, anything like that. But we definitely squeeze 2 workbenches, 2 buggies, welders, plasma cutter, air compressor, and it's all in here. So we try to stay pretty organized. So we've got a tool wall back here, toolboxes. Oh, this is like when my rear steer was reversed, trying to tilt this camera where I want it to go. Yeah, so there's that. And then we've got a long workbench here. Those are his new PRP seats there with covers in the corner. And then this is his Fabin 801 OG Rock Lizard chassis out of Utah. Thomas Miser built this chassis. He's awesome. If you don't know about Fabin 801, you should look them up. Thomas would be a good guy to have on the cast.
Fabbing 801.
Fabin, Fabn 801.
All right, I'm gonna go follow them now.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. You two would really get along.
Awesome.
So yeah, look, we've got some 20-inch KMC Desert Grenade beadlocks with 42-inch BFG red label crawlers wrapped around those.
Are those billet wheels?
Yeah.
Billet?
They're forged.
They're
Forged.
They're forged.
Okay.
I wish I could flip the. Oh my god, I can flip the camera.
There we go. Now we're in business.
Finally, yeah.
Oh yeah. So these are freaking beautiful. Brent and I both run BFG red label crawlers. It's a sticky tire. I don't know if anybody out there isn't familiar with what a sticky tire is, but it has a special compound in it. Basically, when it heats up, it becomes somewhat sticky. So
Like a drag car.
Pretty much. Like you can drive up the wall vertically if you really get into it.
yeah. So there are those. I've got 39s on my rig. And here is Brent working on it. We got some Fox 2.0 14-inch air shocks on here.
Okay.
We're talking about switching over, putting my 16s on his buggy, though, and the 14s on mine. Once you see mine, you'll understand why. So turbo 350 transmission, he fully rebuilt that.
I got a question for you. When you're riding in there and the transmission's right there, how's the heat coming off of that bad boy?
It has a cooler, and it keeps it pretty cool. And there's so much airflow through the buggy, you really don't feel it.
Yeah, it's open cage. So yeah.
I
We
mean,
come
on a
from the
hot
Razor
summer
land where
day,
everything gets hot.
on a hot summer day, you're gonna feel hot in the buggies a little bit.
Oh yeah, every time you
Yeah.
stop, you normally get out.
That beautiful thing right there, and is an Advanced Adapters Atlas transfer case. So that's the
Ooh, pretty.
some of the best is that you can get as far as transfer cases go, and off-road, full-size off-road rigs, buggies, and things.
So who has the
Radiator.
better buggy?
They're very different. It's like you can't compare them. They're so different. He has a full-size 1-ton buggy, and I have a moon buggy, and I'll tell you about the difference there. So yeah, so there's Papa's buggy. And then here on my buggy, we've got the 39-inch red label BFG red label crawlers. They're running on OG Walker Evans bead blocks. You can't get these bead blocks anymore, but they are old school, like the good stuff. Walker Evans is a big player in the game as far as off-road racing and bead blocks.
Yeah, they're
go.
definitely big in the shot game. I didn't even know they made
Huge.
wheels.
Huh. Well,
I
Walker
learned something new today.
yeah. And then I've got the Fox 2.0 16-inch air shocks on. This is my rear suck down winch here. And then muffler, exhaust. We've got the PSC rams for the rear steer. So you'll see I have a steering ram on the rear axle. So I have 4-wheel steer on the buggy. And I've got a Suzuki 1.6 liter 16 valve engine in here. So I'm running on squirrel power.
Samurai.
And yeah, Suzuki stuff. Love it. And I'm on a Toyota driveline. I've got 4-link geometry. We just redid all that. Warren winch up front. Shout out to Warren Industries. Go prepared.
So what kind of poundage are you talking on your winch right now?
On the front or the back?
Well, I'm not cool enough to have both. What do you have on the front? What do you have on the back? That you threw me off there.
Yeah.
On the front, I've got a Warren Evo winch, and it is a 10,000-pound winch.
Okay. Not bad for
Jam
the weight.
rigging supply on jam rigging supply ropes. And then on the back, I just have a basic winch from what is it? Tractor Supply. It's just like a 6,000 to 9,000 pound winch.
Okay. I see some
Then
custom
I
seats
just-
there.
I just got
They are
these
nice
custom. I just got these custom PRP seats I designed a couple months back, and we put them in, and that's what prompted us to do a bunch of work we just did to the buggy. These are the
I was seeing some purple. Like, am I seeing
Yeah.
some
yeah, they're Serape.
like around the buggy?
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys are into like side by sides, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Check out PRP seats if you've never heard of them.
Oh, they're
www.
huge.
Yeah, .prpseats.com. They have tons of stuff for side by sides.
Most definitely.
Beautiful,
Most guys are running
custom
them these days.
designed. So yeah, my husband just we had to pull everything out because these seats were bigger than my last seats. So we had to cut the harness bar out of the
man.
chassis and move it back so these seats would fit. We had to redo the dash. Look at this dash he did. This console.
Oh,
Somebody knows how to weld.
God. Wow.
And there's no welding in that, just in the frame
Okay.
underneath of it. But then I got a switch panel in because everything you see on
Moon
that
buggy.
switch panel, they used to be individual switches and buttons. So now
okay.
I've got a switch panel I can control from my phone. I can start the buggy, turn the buggy off, all of that. And then this is my master kill switch. So like if I roll over or something, I can just shut it all off really quickly because that's very important to do. You're trying to prevent oil from going into the engine when you roll over like that.
Where can I get a switch panel from?
Her husband.
Switch Pros, I mean, you can put them in side by sides or anything, but I mean, Switch Pros makes like the top of the line.
Switch Pro.
I'm not balling like that, so I got a mic tuning, and you can get that off Amazon. But honestly, if you order it from AliExpress, it's cheaper. It just takes longer to ship. Just
Got
a
a
little.
little I got a
secret.
question. Well, there's a question in the comments. Keith Jones asked, he's curious to know if you've ever ridden in East Tennessee or primarily Windrock.
Yes, I have.
I'll be there this weekend.
Yeah, I split my transfer case in half my first time at Windrock.
Oh, wow.
But
Where's your
yeah,
favorite? Oops, sorry,
that's
go
the
ahead.
moon buggy. I was just going to say that's the moon buggy. And what makes it, I guess technically a moon buggy is it's a small, lightweight rig, low center of gravity, rear engine, rear steer. So if you look at mine and his, you can see the size difference. And his is at like full droop right now on the shocks. So his is going to be the chassis will be quite a bit higher up over those tires. But it's kind of, you have to see it in person.
So when you
rig,
say
it's
air
very small.
shocks, do you have like an air system that charges it, or is it basically pre-charged, preloaded shocks?
We charge them up. We have a nitrogen tank. We set the oil levels. We normally charge them up and put a little more oil in than you think you need, because once you go out in it, they really settle.
Definitely.
Nice. So, okay, can I ask you a question here while you're doing this? How did you go from wheeling to getting sponsors and starting your own clothesline? Like,
That's a huge
I don't
question
know.
for the people trying to figure this out right now.
I don't even know. I'm the type of person that when I do something, I go all in, like all the time. Everything I do, I don't half-ass anything. And so like when we got out of wheeling for a few years, after we got married and we're raising the kids, house, all that, jobs, but then we got back into it. We could not stay away. And Brent bought me that moon buggy one day. Like, he sent me a picture of it and was like, I'm going to get this. It's 8-hour drive. I'll be back. It's going to be your rig. I was like, no way. Like, what? I don't believe you. And sure enough, 16 hours later, or probably more like 24, he was home with this rig for me.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's so sweet.
I got it. And then like, I had already been on Instagram, and that's like my main social platform I use, following like other people who off-road and stuff. And like, I just saw like Instagram's really big for the off-road world. Like, there's just a lot out there. A lot of the off-road companies really utilize Instagram. And I just thought, hey, I'm going to come up with a clever handle. I'm a girl on the East Coast with a rear engine, rear steer buggy. There's not a lot of us out there on the East Coast.
No,
Right.
for
So
sure.
like, I'm going to kind of brand this, and I'm going to post on Instagram like these other folks are doing. And, I saw what they were doing, and I said, well, I'm going to do that too, because I don't have the money that I truly need to upgrade this buggy the way I want to. I love these companies that are out there. If I can promote for companies that I believe in, and then they will support me as well, why wouldn't I do that? And something I'm extremely passionate about. So I just saw that, and Carpe DM'd it. It was like, she crossed, like, and just started posting images and content of me wheeling, working on stuff, and tagging the companies that I believed in and wanted to work with, and just showing them, what I had to offer. And it just kind of happened.
So he basically went and got the buggy. Smooth move on his part, because now you're in it. And now
That's a trophy.
when he wants to go buy stuff for his rig, it's like you can't even argue with it because you got one.
And just let him know, I wear a size mega truck.
Yeah, he sold his first buggy when we moved into this house and settled down and we're raising our family. He sold it just because it was going to be sitting too much. And he was still wheeling the 2015 JK Rubicon that he has beat the living hell out of. And I'm in this like rear engine, rear steer moon buggy. So that's why like we're going full steam ahead on getting his rig done, because it was supposed to be done already, and he stopped to do all this fab work and upgrades on my buggy this
That's
winter.
a solid man right there. Hey, big shout out to the husband, yo.
Yeah,
Big
he's a trophy
shout out to you.
husband. He's a trophy husband.
He is. He
Like,
is.
everybody should have a man like that who lets you get whatever you want first. I'm with that.
Hey,
Hey,
hold on now.
Awful high right now.
Hold on now.
No,
He's
no.
solid. He
You
taking
can't
care
do
of his
nothing.
lady.
Barry's putting him on a pedestal.
Don't put
You
no
don't
I am putting him
ideas.
on a
We
pedestal.
don't compare.
Don't put no ideas in my girl head, bro.
So is that one of your shirts that you're wearing that you've branded and made in your clothing line? Because that is cute.
So let's talk about She Crawls.
Yeah, let's
so,
talk about that.
So She Crawls Off-Road. We got the checkered sleeve. It's a super soft. They call it a cropped crew neck sweatshirt, but it's not. No hoodie. But yeah, so I started the Instagram stuff, and I just kind of, the more I got into it, I was kind of finding, I felt like there was a void for women in the industry to have like a community vibe and just be like, I'm here and I'm in this industry and I love this hobby just as much as that dude. And I just wanted to promote females in the industry. I wanted to inspire other women to wheel, to get their own rig maybe, but get in the driver's seat more. And also, you know, learn to work on the rigs too, because that is a huge part of it. When you are on a trail and say your husband, boyfriend, the other person in your life who helps you work on your rig isn't there, like you want to be able to go out and wheel by yourself, like with other people and groups. Because Brent was in the Jeep and I was in the buggy. So I was going out with buggy groups. And, you know, I broke an axle one day and these other buggies I was with were like, we don't know how to work on Toyota stuff. I was like, don't worry about it. I do. I just need some tools because I didn't bring everything. I don't have a lot of cargo space on the buggy, but
Girl power. That's
I,
girl
I
power.
fixed it up
Right.
right there on the side of the trail. You know, they handed me tools. They helped me a little bit, but you know, I knew how to pull my axle shaft out, and it was just really empowering feeling. And
Right.
I just feel like other women are more than capable of doing that. And if you want to learn how to work on your rig, your boyfriend, husband, whatever's rig, do it. Get in there. Get your hands dirty. Women are just as capable as men. Everybody wants equal rights. So get in there and do it. Don't let society's
That's
standards
that girl
hold you
power,
back.
man.
Right.
That
Right.
I mean, I look, I support the women very much so. But see what you started right here? You see that? You see that comment?
You got a question. I was
Oh,
just going to
yeah.
read it, KO.
See, you
Thanks,
see this?
Kristen Reed.
Kelly.
right.
Kelly's boyfriend is KO. Kelly wants to know if you could give her some advice on how to convince her
She don't need no
boyfriend to
advice.
paint her buggy
She
pink.
don't need no advice. She need a buggy.
What would you do if you wanted your buggy painted pink? How would you get your husband to paint that pink?
Well, I just put pink champagne glitter sparkle over the chassis of my buggy.
Oh man.
I did not. It's mine.
No, she wants him to paint his pink.
Nah.
And I'm just throwing it out here. Glitter
His is
is
gonna be
like the
copper.
arts and crafts, like herpes. Like you can't get rid of glitter once it
Arts and
starts.
crafts herpes.
I'm telling you right now, it doesn't wash off. It will continuously haunt you for the rest of your life. You're going to be finding glitter in your garage for the next 20 years, even though
I
it's
love
powder coated.
I love it. It's actually not powder coat. I rattle can the buggy because, I mean, it just gets like beat up. Why am I going to spend all that money on powder coat?
That's a new one. I've never heard that. Rattle can. That's a new one.
So how about do you want to tell them about your street cross page, like how they can get to it, what it's about?
Oh, yeah. So back to She Crawls. So, you know, I just wanted to create a brand that also had a community behind it of women who are wheeling, wrenching, and just doing the damn thing. So I guess I have an entrepreneurial spirit. That's what everybody tells me. So of course I'm like, well, how can I turn this into like a company? And so I started She Crawls brand as an apparel brand. I've been through some ups and downs since I started it, figuring things out. I'm finally with the right person who helps me make all my transfers and images for my shirts. Shout out to my girl Alicia Marino at Simply Made Graphics. If you need any custom apparel done, logo design, anything, hit her up on Facebook, Simply Made Graphics. But yeah, so we're in a vibe now. We're moving. We're coming out with new designs, and I am so touched anytime I see another woman or even a dude, because I have stuff for guys too, wearing any of my apparel. It's such an awesome feeling because the off-road community is so tight knit, and when other people are supporting you like that, it just means a lot.
What do you have for guys? As far as merch?
You can wear any of the designs you want, but all of my hoodies and t-shirts and long sleeves are unisex.
Okay.
So a lot of my designs aren't like totally feminine. You know what I mean? Like I have a t-shirt and hoodie that has a tread of a BFG red label on it, and it says "Hit it with your purse."
Okay.
Or like I have full send skeleton hand design. Check it out.
That works out.
Definitely.
That works out that everything's like unisex, because my girl would probably try to get me a crop top hoodie.
Well,
Oh,
the women,
you
Let's have a picture of that
you
one.
can wear it.
Oh, that's gonna be the
Put
next
those out,
profile
Scale.
picture for everything.
So
the women's cut shirts are not always
could
true
fit
to
it.
size.
he could fit it.
No, I'm not wearing a
Rocket.
crop top hoodie.
Oh, if I ever catch you in a crop top hoodie, that is gonna be on all of our business cards moving forward.
Yeah, I'm sending you one.
So you have a pretty big event
Oh, my
coming up
God.
that you're doing, correct?
What was that?
I said you have a pretty big event coming up. In the
I
near
do.
future.
I do. One of my sponsors for the event and myself is JM Rigging. This was just something else I wanted to mention that I'm selling on the website. These are 3/8-inch soft shackles, and they're made by JM Rigging Supply in Utah, made in the USA. This is some of the JM Rigging, I would say, has some of the best recovery gear there is on the market for any vehicle. But so yeah, Jim at JM Rigging is one of the sponsors of the event I have coming up. Also, shout out to Trail Gear, Yukon, Axle Off Road, Mothers, Off Road Recovery, Motorsports, Valley Gearing and Automotive. Oh gosh, I hope I'm not missing anybody on the sponsor. Flex Rocks Rollovers, my guy Marvin. So they're helping make the event possible for me.
Big
It's
shout
an-
out to all those guys.
Yeah,
As you can tell, she's very connected in the off-road world. She's been
Very.
rubbing shoulders with some of the biggest brands out there. So if you guys aren't already doing it, make sure you follow this lady and learn you something real quick.
So where are some of the places that you've rode? Like I know you've rode a lot of places, but you've done some cool places.
Yeah, all up and down the East Coast, from New Hampshire to Virginia to West Virginia, Tennessee, Pennsylvania. Then we've gone out west to Utah. That was amazing. Favorite place out in Utah is a private park called Area BFE.
Area BFB.
What is that?
Area BFE.
BFE. Okay.
Yeah, it's in Moab, and it's just got some more extreme trails than probably just stuff a little more challenging for a buggy versus like a full size off road vehicle like Jeeps and stuff. But I mean, Jeeps can go to Area BFE too. It just depends on how built your Jeep is. So we stayed out there for like 7-8 days. Really cool. I rolled my buggy twice in 3 days out there.
Nice.
It happens to the best of us.
So are you running the BRP harnesses as well?
Yeah, I run the 5.3 PRP harnesses.
All right, so
The 3-point is competition ready. So and I compete in the buggy occasionally.
cool. Definitely.
Okay, what I want to hear more about is the Hell Ride.
Oh, 24 Hell and Back.
Yeah, tell us all about that. Tell us what that is for most of the people that don't know.
Yeah, like I was like, wait, what? And I was like, when she is on, we are going to talk about this Hell Ride. I know you said you did it in New, but like, it sounds so bad. ASS.
It was so it was last year, and was it last year or 2022? I don't know. It was filmed in September 2022. Okay, so yeah, Flex Rocks Rollovers. If you don't know about them, they are one of the biggest off-road channels on YouTube. My good friend Marvin Stammel runs it. And he does he's got like over 100K subscribers on YouTube. And if you guys aren't watching his content, you're missing out, because it's truly the best content out there on YouTube as far as off-road goes, in my opinion. But he does productions. And one of his productions is called the 24-Hour Hell and Back, presented by BF Goodrich.
Right.
And you basically wheel red level, which is like some of the hardest trails out there, and you have 24 hours to do it, and you're wheeling like pretty much the whole 24 hours, other than breaks when film crew is moving over and stuff. And the big catch to it is they will take like full body rigs out on buggy trails, essentially, or like trails that aren't essentially meant for their rig. So it's just really good content, and he always picks the coolest places to do it. I got asked to come to the 24 Hell and Back in New Hampshire at Field and Forest. My friends Bob and Liza own that park. It is one of the most beautiful, magical places I've been to, next to Moab. But I was in a moon buggy doing these rigs that were meant for a moon buggy, and they were still challenging for me. But I had only had the buggy for less than a year at that point. I didn't have a ton of seat time in it. But it was quite the experience. It was really cool. There's some things, like 2 obstacles I wouldn't attempt. I had to winch through because they were just too much for me at the time. I didn't have the seat time then. Now, take me back there, I'll do it. Like, I will attempt it. But back then I was like, oh no, let's just hook up the
So
winch.
you're not scared at all now?
I have way more confidence now to attempt harder stuff than I did, 6 months into owning the buggy. That's for sure.
So for the ladies that haven't really gotten in behind that wheel and got that seat time in, I'm sure the biggest fear, and it's across the board, it's going to be guys and ladies, that first time you flipped. Tell me about that experience. How fast were you able to turn the engine off and kill it? Like, the first time I flipped, I'm not going to lie, it took me way longer than it should have for me to turn that engine off. But for you, like, how quick were you like, okay, I can do this. The fear's done. Let's roll.
Well, the first time I flopped it on its side before, but the first time I fully rolled it over, Brent was in the passenger seat, my husband. And, when he's in the passenger seat, he has a hard time not taking control, like, as soon as he can. So I can't recall if the first time I rolled it over, if he shut it off or I did. Okay. It happened so fast, and I wasn't totally expecting it. I was going through Mickey's hot tub in Moab, and it's just like a big crater kind of in the desert on rock. And I'd watched a couple other people go through, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's how you do it. I can do that. I'm going to do it. And we won't say exactly what happened, but I got down to Mickey's hot tub, and somehow my rear steer was getting moved around, Brent. And when that happened, there's so much traction there out west. It was going one way, I was going the other. It sheared some knuckle studs in the rear, so I lost control of the rear steer, I guess. Something like that occurred. And Brent told me to straighten the rear steer out, so I went to do that, and I looked in my mirror, and my side was pretty much straightened out. So I said, all right, send it. And the back right tire was still turned out. So when I was going up this bowl, I went like that and did a full rollover.
And for those that are curious, that's not the smallest obstacle in the world. I've seen a lot of videos of this. Does it still have water in the bottom, or is it mostly dry?
Oh, it had some nasty water there in the bottom.
Say, that's got to be some of the stankiest, stagnant water ever. And then when you come out of that for those tires to start gripping again. Oof.
Yeah, so it's a crappy place to roll over because all my shit fell in that water, and we had to fish it out. Yeah.
So how is it riding with your husband in the passenger seat?
It's good. It's good. I'm going to touch back real quick though on when I did roll over. My biggest concern was my reaction. Am I going to do what I know I'm supposed to do? Am I going to keep my arms in, keep my hands pinned to the steering wheel? Is Brent going to keep his arms in? And like just safety. Like I'm a safety nut when it comes to off-roading. Big proponent of helmets and harnesses always, because you never know. It happens when you least expect it.
Right.
But my biggest fear out of rolling had always been what my reaction was going to be. Am I going to do what I'm supposed to? And I did. And out of the 3-4 times now I've rolled it or laid it on its side, every time I did what I was supposed to. So that is what has given me a lot more confidence.
Okay. Can we what's your husband's name again?
Brent Hockman.
Just want to make sure Brent. I don't want to throw him under the bus. I just want to see what he's gonna say, how he feel.
He's
Pull him over here.
I'm not trying to start no trouble.
Yes,
Brent,
he is. Here he goes.
Brent,
Just
you feel
remember,
like
his girl's over in the comments, okay?
I would have screamed like a
So
little
this is
girl.
paybacks.
Grab
Look
my
at her.
harnesses and call
she
it a
do what
day.
she's supposed to do, Brent.
Oh, here's Brent. You can ask him now.
Hey,
He's
Brent,
gonna-
does she do what she's supposed to do in that buggy?
Oh yeah.
Flippy. Oh, we lost him.
Oh man,
She's back. Here we go. Let me pop her
There
back
she is.
down real quick.
there she is.
There we go.
I was waiting to see if Brent was gonna be like, yeah, well, sometimes.
Yeah, but he taught her how to drive. He better say yes.
I think she learned a lot of stuff on her own by the sounds of it. She's been studying the game for a little while.
Is that the only type
I've
of
watched
riding?
him. And I'm
you watch
also
him?
really into extreme rock crawling. So like I watch a lot of it and I watch what these pros do, and I'm not necessarily doing it, but I'm learning a thing or two.
I mean, that's how we all get going. I mean, YouTube
For
has been
sure.
our friend for a long time.
They're going Mother's Off-Road Recovery. Big shout out to them.
Have you
Oh,
ever done like
Others off-road recovery. My friend Cord, great guy. He does a lot for the off-road community, particularly X-Rock Extreme. It's an
Right.
East Coast. It's an East Coast pro rock crawling competition. So it's really cool. Check out X-Rock Extreme if you haven't. If you want to see buggies like way better than mine doing really cool shit, check them out.
Well, definitely. So I got a question for you. I know you're into the crawling, but have you ever played with the bouncing game? Have you ever got into the rock bouncer game?
Not
That's what I was gonna
intentionally,
ask.
but
Whenever we go to Tennessee.
when I go to Tennessee, it gets like that. At AOP Off-Road Park, there's just not a lot of traction when you're there because it rains and it's wet a lot. So there's not traction to break stuff. So if you want to make it up stuff, your only option is to turn into a Suzuki Toyota based rock bouncer if you want to wheel. So my rig is not made for rock bouncing and that kind of driving. But would I love to get into one and try it one day? Yes.
I'm just saying, starting on Friday, they're going to be in Tennessee.
Busted Knuckle and those guys.
Oh, yeah, it's all going out there.
Busted
We're going to film.
Knuckle.
It's going to be a great
Matt
one.
from Busted Knuckle was on the 24 Hell and Back I did.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
surprised. Man, makes it everywhere.
So do you ever take your kids out riding with you? I know you have kids.
Yeah, my son Carter's 9. He likes to go out. My daughter Riley is 18, and it's like we had taken a break from it for a while, so like she
Right.
didn't grow up with it as much, and we didn't really take her out much in the first buggy other than the mountains behind the house and stuff at the old house. And she just never really got super into it, but she's getting more curious about it now. And I think if I get her out driving my buggy, I think she'll be hooked.
So we also have a question from the audience. They would like you to explain what is the difference between what is rock crawling and what is rock bouncing.
So rock bouncing, super strong parts, different built chassis, a lot of horsepower. lot of lots of wheel speed, because what rock bouncer does is they'll go typically up an incline that has like rocks on it, like very fast, to the point to that they're like bouncing off the rocks, and their wheel speed just sends them up the obstacle. Rock crawling, low, slow, technical things that rock bouncers aren't built to do. If you watch 24-Hour Hell and Back, you might see some of that, where my little buggy did a lot better than the $120,000 busted knuckle rock bouncer. But there was also spots where their rock bouncer did things that I wasn't confident enough to do, or my buggy was not capable to do. Yeah. So very different vehicles, very different technicalities of the sport, I guess you could say.
Definitely. That's one of the cool things about what we do. We get to touch on all this stuff. We'll have, after this weekend, we'll be talking a little bit more about the rock bouncer world. And we really appreciate you coming in to tell us about this stuff, because I'm learning a lot, because I'm from Michigan. We really don't have any rock crawling there per se. It's dunes, and that's about it. We aren't really big on that. We don't have a lot of rocks. So thank you for that.
Now, I want to touch on something that when I was like talking with you about how you said it's okay for like women, just besides like being a wife and a mother, that it's okay to create an identity and do something for you rather than being the depressed housewife.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's important to not think of it as being selfish, even if you're a mom with 2 kids and are at the house and have a billion things to do. There's nothing selfish about creating your own separate identity and doing things for yourself.
Exactly, man.
You are still your own person, and you know what? Your kids aren't going to always be there. Like that chapter of your life is going to close. So don't, obviously take your time with your children. I mean, the days are long, the years are short kind of stuff, but don't let yourself fall to the wayside. Do things for yourself. Do things that make you feel good about you, no matter what it is. I don't care if you're crocheting blankets, working on an off-road rig, planting a garden, making content for social media. Just do it. Like, do something for yourself. And I speak that out of experience. There was a few years where I was just really down. I was having health problems. I didn't do anything for myself. And I kind of lost myself in this identity of motherhood and stay-at-home life.
Right. So it's basically it's okay to have a passion, be a mom, be a wife first, but women need to create an identity.
Yep. And that means
from those things.
That means paint your own buggy pink.
That's right.
Get the rattle can up.
You can do two-tone pink, KO.
Nah, bro.
I don't think KO's going to let the rattle
can. Isn't her side. Right.
I support women doing their thing. They look, keyword she said, do for yourself, not for I don't want my buggy painted. Girl, it's for you.
See,
wait a minute, get her own.
Yeah. Exactly. Your husband got yours first.
I'm all
Your
for that.
husband got yours first.
Right now, she's gunning for my buggy, but I'm all for her getting her own.
But who bought her buggy? Tell him.
Me.
Tell him who bought your buggy.
Me.
Her husband drove 8 hours to go get her a buggy and say, "Surprise, honey."
I'm just saying, the man set the bar awful high for us.
We share our finances, so
look,
we bought it. But
hey, look, like she said earlier, Kane ain't balling out of this world now, so we're gonna have to. She could get a towel.
There you go. CF Moto.
She could get a CF Moto. No, y'all gonna get me in trouble, y'all.
So we just think Kelly should just go out for herself and just paint the buggy pink.
With the
Leah, you're an inspiration, Leah. You're an inspiration. Man.
You are an inspiration.
You're an inspiration across the board, not just to the ladies, but also to the guys.
Yes, you definitely were. So, with all this being said, is there anything that you want to touch upon that maybe we've missed or you'd like to talk about?
I wouldn't mind bringing up a new thing I just started. It's on my website, shecrawls.com. It's called the Motorsports Team Platform page.
Oh,
And together with Simply Made Graphics, we've become a one-stop shop for motorsports teams who are, professional racers, rock crawlers, whatever, motorsports in general. We can produce your team logo, your team apparel. We can print, ship, and manage all of your team apparel in one-stop shop. And you don't even have to get a website to sell your items, because you get your own subpage off my website to sell your apparel. This is something I wanted to do to support the off-road community and a lot of these teams, and they're relying on sponsorships and stuff. So when you buy a $30 t-shirt from a motorsports team, that's going a long way for them. That's buying a new air filter or something like that. But literally it adds up. And, we aren't profiting off their apparel. It's coming in, pretty even for us to do this for these teams. And, the customer pays us through shipping and handling. And it's just a great way to help support the off-road community. It really just gives them a platform where they don't have to think about it. They don't have to put money out of their pocket. And we take care of it all for them.
Definitely.
That's so awesome. That's just great.
It's always good
Thank
when
you.
somebody
It's
reaches
going
back.
good.
You're just an inspiration. Like, you should be so proud of yourself.
I just,
Really.
if I hear I inspire one lady, one gal, the next generation, that's just means everything to me. That's what really prompted me to start She Crawls, is because once I started doing that Instagram thing, I would get random messages like, you really inspire me. I want to do this. How do you do that? And I was like, well, let's turn this into something to where we can all inspire each other. There's a lot of badass ladies out there in the off-road world like you, Sherry.
Oh, thank you. There's a lot more coming out. You're starting to see a lot more, before they were afraid to try stuff, and because sometimes you do get scrutiny, and I'm not putting all men down, but from men. Some men are, oh, you can't do that because you're a girl sitting in the passenger seat. Have you ever run into any of that?
Yeah, I have. I mean, it's just a very old school way of thinking. And normally strong women intimidate weak men. And when I get that kind of pushback from a man, I just know that he's just the weak man and intimidated by me.
Well, that's pretty well
Very
simply
good.
put.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, very good. I like
Don't
that.
be weak, men. Go
Look,
let
I
them be
said-
them.
I said in the beginning of me
I'm-
getting into off-road, I said I'm rocking with women that got their own buggies, because I might need a ride.
That's right.
I break things a
Sometimes.
lot. I'm right along with them.
I've
That's
already
a good
rode you,
one. I
Karen.
like that, though.
Yeah. So, with that being said, anybody you'd like to thank, friends, family?
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to my number one, my husband Brent. He is at Brent Built Fab on Instagram. Check him out. He's always fabbing something up, working on something, whether it's my buggy or his. He is my number one and makes everything I do possible. Besides that, big shout out to my friends at Valley Gearing and Automotive, Simply Made Graphics, Leisha and Anthony, and then Trail Gear. I gotta love Trail Gear. I didn't see that.
That's I just followed them.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, I'm like, what are you trying to show me? I was very distracted.
Trail
Sorry.
Gear for sure. The best source for your Toyota Suzuki parts. They have aftermarket and OEM parts available on their website. I'm a sponsored driver with Trail Gear, and I can't thank them enough for their sponsorship. Next to that, Yukon Gear and Axle. They've supported me for the past 3 years from the beginning. Big shout out to Yukon Gear and Axle. They have a lot of anything you could need on randysworldwide.com. You can use my code SheCrawls on Trail Gear and randysworldwide.com to save on any order. And then a huge shout out to JM Rigging Supply. I am officially on the JM Rigging Supply winch line team, which is a privilege and honor because Jim does not just welcome anyone onto that team. And I'm very humbled to be invited to the JM Rigging Supply winch line team. He puts out the best recovery gear, in my opinion, that's out there. Next, I want to thank Kicker Audio. They have made my buggy so it's living loud. Brent's buggy as well. Got a shout out to Kicker Audio for that. Team PRP, I'm on PRP Seats team for the second year in a row. They take good care of their people. They're fun. They put out high quality, top notch products for Jeeps, Toyotas, buggies, side-by-sides. Check out prpseats.com. Axle off-road gear and apparel. Got my helmet back here in the background. I don't know if you could see it, the pink helmet up there, probably not. But they make DOT approved helmets and then regular recreational type helmets. And they may have something new coming out soon. Side-by-sides, four-wheelers, I guess, should have full face helmets. But Axle is a great option for side-by-sides as well. So I know there's a lot of you guys out there. And then finally, I want to thank Warren Winch. They've taken good care of me this year, and I believe in their products that are made here in America. So shout out to Warren Winch.
Big shout out. Big shout out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all these companies make what I do possible, and they're all companies that I truly believe in. They are companies that give back to the off-road community that makes their company what it is. And I prefer to only work with companies that I see give back.
Well, don't hesitate to anybody, you know, that you feel like should jump on this platform. Don't hesitate to send them a message, tell them to reach out and contact us. We'll be able to get in contact via email and stuff like that.
We want to give the smaller and the large all the same opportunity. That's one of the things that's huge about what we try to do here. We want to make sure that this is community based, where if someone's coming up and they're doing big things and they're just starting to show themselves, but there's a lot of potential there, we love to catch them early. So when they get big, we can have them back on a little bit later after they've already hooked up with all the sponsors and everything they're doing around the country. So we can go back and say, hey, how was your journey? Like we're catching you a little bit after you've already made your moves. You're already doing big things. You're already a titan in the industry. But we definitely want to try to catch them at all levels because that gives our audience a chance to learn as we go. Like every time we have someone like you on, I'm learning so much stuff. I'm trying to get that stuff, put it in the back of my head and say, okay, I need this product. I need here. This is the person I need to go to. She has the hookup. She'll go ahead and get you rolling. We can go off your website and get that purchase done.
Exactly.
I'm putting you and your husband Brett down because y'all are awesome. I'm gonna send you guys some outside merch because you guys are definitely outside. Everybody got to remember that if you outside, you outside.
Can you send me your address so we can get that merch out to you, Leah? Could you text that to me?
Yeah, definitely. And send me yours back, Sherry. I'm gonna get you one of these.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, then I guess we can wrap that up tonight. And we just really want to say thank you for coming on our show tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure having you.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. You guys are fun and you're very supportive and encouraging of everyone in the off-road community, from four-wheelers, side-by-sides, buggies, Jeeps. Like, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And don't forget to save my seat.
And it's definitely people like you are making this possible.
She's taking me crawling.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to I'm gonna have to get you a camera. One I don't care so much about. And we're gonna get you rolling.
Crash. She's not gonna roll it.
I just don't want you dropping it. We're gonna get you a GoPro.
GoPro.
We're gonna get you a GoPro 360.
You got GoPros?
Wow,
I'll be hanging from the harness like this.
GoPros are awesome for stuff like this.
I'm gonna put one right on Sherry's face.
You better wear some good makeup that day, Sherry.
I will edit that and we will put that on live.
Right.
That'll be fun. Thank you again so much for coming on. We appreciate it. We appreciate everyone that's in the comments. Make sure you follow Leah Hockman.
Yes.
She's got so much going on in the community. You guys have just witnessed just the tip of the iceberg. Make sure you follow her, see what she's doing. Follow her all over the socials. She's everywhere. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. She Crawls is officially in the house.
Yeah.
Her
That was
shirts
a-
are
that was a-
her brand is nice.
I thought you were making like the ultimate exit where you're like, let me show
Yeah,
you
it's
my
like,
brand as I exit the stage left.
Tell your
Yeah, the
husband we
Insta
said
360 is
bye. It
fire.
was nice to meet him too.
Brent, say bye.
Brent,
Bye.
Later, guys.
come under the buggy.
Thank you.
Good night, Leah.
Good night.
Unless you're gonna hang out, you're free to hang out with the next guest. There he goes, your husband.
I've been having my drinkies, so I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break.
All right.
No
Ah,
problem.
Next time.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
I do it myself.
Later,
yes.
girl. Appreciate you. Okay, if you can do me a favor and go ahead and hit that out to Shea to get him the invite, if you could, that would be great. And we'll go ahead and rock and roll with that. Now, I mean, that was an awesome experience. Big shout out to Leah doing her thing. Big shout out to Sherry telling us and showing us how this new thing. I mean, she did the deep dive with this lady. She let us all know what's going on with that. I mean, this is what it's about. This industry and what we're doing, what we're trying to do. I mean, understand sometimes you gotta be a little patient with us because we're learning as we go. But with guests like that, we really can't go wrong.
No, she was very knowledgeable. She was awesome.
Most definitely. So we got a whole lot of cool brands in the comment section. Guys, if you're in the comments, make sure you check out these brands. They're commenting along with her. It's always good when you have sponsors that have got your back like that show up where you show up.
Yep. Most definitely.
I don't know. Rob says Sherry threw a camera at him at one point, so be careful.
Wait, I threw a camera at who?
At Rob Tigman. It wouldn't be our show if Rob wasn't in the comments stirring things up.
Oh, I remember that time, Rob. Yeah, I did throw a camera at you.
I thought he was just lying again.
He didn't give me my $5.
Now he's
Oh,
going to say you
man.
owe him 7.
He said he had no change for a 10.
Definitely. As KO gets our other guests ready to prep, we are we're here. We're on the live off-road podcast, also known as hashtag the LOP. When you guys hashtag the LOP, make sure when you're talking about us, you do that. You're going to get to see floppy-eared bunnies, and you're also going to see some badass off-road. So definitely worth it. We are taking over the bunny industry, and by the time we're done, we're going to have this thing rocking and rolling. We've got huge things coming up. Just a big shout out to some guests we have coming up. We've got CT Raceworks actually in the house Thursday. Those guys are doing huge things. They just got done with a win in King of the Hammers. They've got some unbelievable guys. They've got some great parts. I got a chance to tour that place, take some pictures, do some video. I'm pumped about that conversation that's coming up. Industry leaders are going to be on here cutting it up with us. We got Alex Reed. We've got Dave. It's going to be an unbelievable experience.
We got technical difficulties. Evidently, I shared too much, and now I'm banned from messaging.
What is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me see if I can grab them then.
Yeah, they just banned me from messaging.
No problem. I got you, bro.
I've never heard such a thing. Is that really a thing? Hey, Bob.
Yeah, because I created a group after me and Dave learned how to do this. I created like a group of like a lot of people, and it goes. So yeah, they banned.
I'm gonna jump in here and do this. I gotta get on the StreamYard game so I can hit that invite. I guess copy. All right, Shay, I need you to do me a favor, buddy. I need you to check your messages. You're gonna have a message from me, so it's probably gonna be in your message suggestions. If you can go ahead and hit that sucker, we'll go ahead and get that rocking and rolling. I remember the first time we did this, I almost posted that link into the comment section accidentally, and I actually had to delete it really quickly because we almost invited the entire world onto the podcast with us. So yeah, we can sometimes get a little funky with it.
Yeah, that's not something you want to happen.
So what's everybody got going on this weekend? I know there's a crew that's heading out to Busco Beach. They've got the spring kickoff or spring blast off over there. I will actually be in Tennessee at the National Rock Bouncers. We're going to go up there. We're going to do some filming, have a good time with that. I'm actually going to show up with Rob Clinton and the boys from the UTV lab. Should be a good time. I think I'm going to catch a whole lot of guys that I know will be floating around there in the game, breaking everything they own. We got a birthday weekend. We got a birthday weekend this year.
Happy birthday.
Ashley
Whose birthday
K.
is it?
Happy birthday. She's going to the Cherokee Casino. So I hope you win big.
Happy
I've
Juan's,
never won once at a casino.
Juan is rocking some drag racing.
Where is he going drag racing at?
He is going drag racing. I don't know. Juan, where are you going drag racing at? I want to text this man as well, just to be
Where's
safe.
Rob Tingman going to be this weekend? Is he going to
I don't know
Busco?
where Tigman's going this weekend. Tigman, where you going, bro?
We're going, Rob.
Juan Melendez. What's up, Juan?
I'm telling him I need a new dirty stripper hoodie before I go to Florida. Mine's kind of needs to be replaced, even though it's just broke in.
You want a crop top? Oh, you gonna wear a hoodie to Florida for? You want a crop top?
Yeah.
It's Florida, bro. You don't need a hoodie. You need a t-shirt or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Okay, but we're still going to Coos Bay and stuff, so I definitely need a hoodie for Coos Bay. Rob
All
doesn't
right.
want me to
We
go.
definitely need some hoodies.
I got
today.
you.
It's not gonna be warm.
I'm gonna hook the whole gang up. Everybody
Hey,
get hoodies or shirts.
Is Shay in the house? Here we go, bro. Hey, what's up, buddy? How
Hey.
you doing?
What's going on, Shay?
Welcome, Shay.
Does he got his mic? Did you click the mic? Is his mic on? Let's see. His mic is not on. There we go. Can you hear? There we go.
Hey,
There we
Hey.
you got it. You got it.
Awesome. Shay, we've got something that we always do here. I'm going to go ahead and kick off. We'll do your intro. This guy is a promoter. He's doing stuff all over the place. Now, we're going to slow it down a little bit. We haven't really dove into country music before, but now's the time. We got country rap in the house, but now we're going to the old school country style of country. So we're going to go ahead and kick this intro up, and let's do it.
go. Yeah, I must swap out my camera battery while we do that.
All right.
Laying around this morning, and I'm looking for somewhere to go. Well, I smoked all my pot and I'm feeling like hitting the road. Just gotta waste a little time until we make it to the next show. Work all day, I don't make a dime, except 4 hours a night. Well, if I'm making good money, I'm here to stay. Oh, you know that road's just calling my name. 'Cause Lord knows I need a little bit of saving grace. I've lost my way along the road this time and place, but I just want to get back to loving you and find an Alabama.
Now, that may be the first time we've ever kicked it off like that, where we're just chilling. We got a nice
Man.
groove. I need some sweet tea. I need a lawn chair, and I need a willow tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and have a good time.
Oh, I want collard greens.
Collard greens.
I'm so hungry for good collard greens.
Yeah, collard greens. I'm
My
good
bad.
with them, but I can't stand when the
pickles.
collard greens have been sitting on the stove for a minute.
Am I back on there?
You're good to go, brother.
Hi, Shay.
So-
Oh, what happened? Oh my god.
You're good. You're good.
You're there.
You can hear us. Uh-oh. We got some technical difficulties creeping in.
His
Yeah.
mic isn't muted.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we
Yeah.
can hear you just fine.
Oh my
Some
god.
technical difficulties creeping
Hold on.
His mic isn't muted.
I'm going to jump
Can
you
you hear
off
me?
and I want to pop you back on. So you got this. We'll bring you back on stage. How about now? Good. And I want to pop you back on. So you got this. We'll
Oh,
I
he
need
got
you
a-
to shut off the Facebook bill because I got a delay.
Oh yeah, he got the Facebook up.
I was gonna say I hear it sound delayed for a minute, and then I realized it was
It's because he got the Facebook up. Close the Facebook.
Oh yeah, he got the Facebook.
What's going on?
Turn
You're
the
good. We
Facebook
got
off.
audio. I need you to share. Are you on your phone or are you on a computer?
Oh,
Yeah, close the
God,
Facebook.
turn off. There we go. What about now?
We can hear you just fine. Can you hear us? Go ahead and check.
What?
Okay. I'm about to send you a private message as soon as I remember how to do
I
it.
can't hear it.
All right. All right. We're going to kick you off and I'm going to have you come right back on. So, let me see here.
Yeah, my battery is charging because evidently it wasn't plugged up.
Nice.
Takes like 10 minutes.
I wish my batteries charged that fast. Mine are like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then it's like, you have 1 bar. Let me see here. How do I
You
do
gotta get a
this?
fast charger.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's what I got. I got one of the fast chargers, the 2-slotted one.
All right.
Hi,
I'm
Shay.
texting him and letting him know.
So you got me now.
Yeah.
We
Can you
got
hear us?
Jay.
No, okay. Let me tell you the story. All right. I bought this tripod thing off Temu the other day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get one of those things for my shows, and I hadn't used it yet because I make a lot of content at my shows and put them on my page, so I hadn't used it yet, and I was like, you know what? I could use that tonight. Well, anyway, first off, I put it up, I set it up, I go back there, I take a picture of the couch and all. I got it all set up right. All right, then when y'all invited me into the room, I got to looking at it and it was pointing the other way. So I just been holding my phone and I said, dude, we may be on here a long time. I better put it in a tripod. So I did that. And when I did, it matched the volume thing down. And so I've been sitting here just talking away and didn't even know I was even being
No
heard.
worries. So you're back in the
Yeah.
game now. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
we're 100 right now.
All right, perfect. So,
But-
man, tell me. I mean, we kind of kicked it off with that. That was one of your artists that you represent, and one of your buddies. You do concerts all over everywhere. You kind of got into the game like nobody I've ever met before. You were actually doing rides. You are the old official cowpoke of the live off-road podcast, bro. Tell me how you got started in this game. Tell me about it, man.
Okay, well, music, I mean, and this right here, yeah, like music goes all the way back to when I learned how to play a guitar at 15 years old. Or really the first time I heard my neighbor playing a guitar through the woods on his porch. So, but anyway, as far as the trail rides, you brought that up. We have somebody riding trail wagon trains and stuff every single weekend, just say September to April. But you got Dixie National that goes to the Dixie National Rodeo from Taylorsville to Jackson, Mississippi. And man, that's like the grandfather of the rides, I would say. So Kenneth Jernigan and Jennifer Jernigan, they hosted that. They've been doing it for years. So that kind of inspired me to get into the trail ride and stuff. And then most every one of them was benefits anyway. So I just decided I wanted to do a benefit. And then there's always a live music, at most of them. So I was like, well, we gotta do it big. So I started getting really, really good artists. Like I had like Travis Clark, Eric Welford. Then I rocked on over there and got Justin Jones on, and then that just blew up a whole big deal. Because the first time I ever heard him, play he was in Gulf Shores, Alabama, at Floribama, or around that way at Floribama, and a friend of mine that lived over there posted it. So I was like, "Who was that guy from last night playing?" And she was like, "I don't know. I was drunk. I don't remember." So I'm like, "Well, where was it? You remember that?" So I went and looked, Floribama, come up with Justin Johnson. And dude, you got him on my promo video right there. That's awesome, dude. Justin's a big inspiration in what I'm doing right now. But
Well,
it's
definitely,
kind of,
man.
Is it tough to
Yeah.
teach somebody to play the guitar?
nah, man. Well, it depends. It really depends. I mean,
I'll tell you right now, I've had a guitar since I was 7 years old, and I'm still terrible at it. Like, you give me a
Really?
piano, I can roll with it all day long, but some people got it, some people don't got it. It's just one of those things. And
Well,
it's
I
just
had a teacher.
natural for some reason. Did you?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I don't know if I could have ever wanted to spark that by myself, but really once like if you just teach me a song, then I could take it from there. So that's kind of how it is.
Nice.
I want to teach myself piano, so that's next.
That one will
So
be easy for you once you
when
get
does
there.
that trail ride come up?
Man, well, the last one I had was October the 7th, but I'm gonna keep those are benefits and stuff like that. And this what Rockin G Entertainment, it's of course of my business. So I still do them, but really, there's a lot of things happening, man. It's really I started this actual company in December, like December the 6th. I got my LLC, and then but it's just grown so much, and I've met the right people, and then the right people have the right people with me. It's just crazy, man. So it's really good. I really don't know what this it'd be this fall if I had another ride, but I'm really worried that I'm gonna be too busy. I'm just gonna be honest. So
We're definitely excited to see what you're doing. We've got
yeah,
we've got Shay Gables in the house. Rocking. Oh man, this guy's doing some cool stuff. He's got a lot of cool people underneath him, and he's doing what we all do. Really, he's just out there traveling, living the life, trying to put some stuff together, get his buddies on stage, and live it with them, and enjoy that time together. And hopefully, everybody makes a buck, and everybody gets to do the thing they love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
You want to
Yep.
know something? You want to know something cool, Shay?
what's up?
I'm gonna tell you something cool. All right, so contrary to popular belief, Kane will listen to country music that I'll hear at some of these mud parks, and although I can't play the guitar, I can still remember how the melody goes, and I can remember
Yeah,
that, play it on my keyboard, either speed it up, slow it down, and make a rap song.
there you go. That's it.
Giving out a little bit of sauce.
That's right.
If you love music, you find a way.
Well, listen, man. Like, well, then do a Justin Johnson song like that.
I could. Hey, I don't want no copyright infringement though. I gotta make sure it's cool with him.
Yeah, you probably could just talk to him or something like that. Justin's cool though, man. I met him back in June. I had him play a show June the 5th of 2021. And man, he was a star then. And I'm telling you, we've become best friends. Like we have been there for each other on some hard days. So yeah, that we built a bond. And I'm one of his biggest fans. I don't know who his biggest fan really is. Maybe I'm pretty sure it's his wife and that baby, but I'm one of his biggest fans, man. He's doing good. He's going off doing some work with Wade Jennings and Colt Ford over in Arizona pretty soon. He's going to be on Red Clay Strays tour, the Ohio show or something like that, and another one I have to go look. But man, shout out to him because he's one of the reasons I'm at where I'm at right now, and it's going really, really good for me. So it's looking up. Thank you, Justin.
You ever met Colt Ford?
No, I haven't, but I'd love to. I'd love to. You never know, man. My boy Justin just might hook that up one day. You just don't know.
So coming up in the game, when you were listening to music when you were a youngster, what was your favorite band or group? What was that one thing you could hear over and over again and not really get sick of it?
Okay, my favorite band when I was growing up. Okay.
That's hard. That's real
No,
hard.
I'm going to tell you something. No, I'm just going to. It's a no-brainer because, dude, right around the time I was playing, I learned how to play guitar. Like Three Doors Down was big back then, man. Mississippi, a group, band from Mississippi. They were hot, man. They like it had everybody playing their stuff. And
I dated a girl that lived on their street, actually.
yeah, I still, I learned two of their songs. Well, actually, how I learned the song "When I'm Gone," I think it was. I don't know. I was sitting in my car and I was playing my guitar and I just hit a little note and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it sounds like that Three Doors Down song." And I learned it right there in the car that night. I have a little Sony Walkman. You got the little thing you put your little CD in and then slap it back down.
Walkman.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get your little Velcro and put it on your dash and stuff. Yeah, I put it up on there,
like
man.
You're trying to miss all the bumps when you're driving.
Yeah, for real, man. Those were the days, man.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, Three Doors Down. That's it.
3 Doors Down. Okay.
Didn't
I
they make
bet-
3 Doors Down? Didn't they make Superman?
Here Without You, it is in it.
Yeah, I think it was
Yes, yeah,
Superman, Dark Side of the
yeah,
Moon. They had a
Yep.
call out
yep.
for Pink Floyd on one of their
Yep.
songs. Oh yeah,
Man, that would be awesome to go to like a one of their bands, even a tour now or something. But I might need to check into that.
definitely. Next time you're on, I'm having you bring the guitar with you for sure because we're gonna have to hear something.
Who was your favorite band, Dave?
That's a bribe.
That's a bribe.
That's a bribe. Dude, I think you can go to jail for that. No.
You said you talking about me, Sherry? You talking about who's my favorite band?
Yeah, who's your favorite band, KO and Dave?
Oh, I like to ask the questions, not answer them.
No,
Um,
I'm just curious now that you asked him.
my favorite band. Ooh, let's go. I could say either One Direction or Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna have to go across the board. If we're gonna talk R&B, I gotta go back to the Boys to Men days because
Come on.
I'm
There
telling
you
you right
go.
now, you don't get any better than that. Hey, I don't care. I'm good with it. We're talking like a heavy metal. It's gonna be a cross up for me between like Pantera. I'm big into Disturbed where they showed a whole lot of depth to what they can do when they did the Sound of Silence. You Metallica's. I mean, for me, it's all across the board.
So we can give another genre.
Oh yeah, you don't gotta stick with
Yeah,
country. Son.
Oh,
he
come
wanna-
on.
What
He
all?
wanna
Go. Let me tap in on this then. Yeah. So I mean, okay, all right. John Mayer, that was it,
Oh,
man. He's probably my favorite artist / musician ever. Like, y'all heard him play the blues, man? Go look at it, man. Him and BB King on that little live thing,
Oh,
man.
BB King,
That's
Did he
good stuff, dude.
Did he sing
Shepherd.
Dark Side of the Moon?
Dark
Yeah,
Side of the Moon.
that's
Is,
Three
I
Doors Down.
love that song.
that's Pink
That's
Floyd.
Yeah.
No, that's
Floyd
three.
amazing.
Dark Side
No,
of the Moon
on
is
the
Three Doors
dark
Down.
side, it was to a movie. No, I'm not talking about the Pink Floyd. I'm talking, wasn't it in Eddie and the Cruisers?
Hold on, man. Dark Side of the Moon was Three
I'm
Doors Down.
lost on this one. Eddie and the Cruisers. Eddie and the
So
Cruisers. Eddie
You
and the
never
Cruisers.
saw
Good.
Eddie and the Cruisers?
I swear I do, but I can't place it. It's gonna drive me
Good.
crazy. I know I've heard that before.
No, that was Pink
Uh,
Floyd.
Did I
Okay.
just stump
Yeah.
Dave on a question?
I,
That was my fault. I got that mixed up. That was
It's all
Pink
good.
Floyd.
I'm usually pretty good at this, but she's got me. She's got me strong
Yep.
on Eddie and the Cruisers. Hold up, was Eddie
She
and the
got it.
Cruisers a guy that faked his own death and was playing in a concert series, or am I thinking of another movie?
He
Took place
said,
in the 80s.
Juan said Metallica.
I like Metallica.
Metallica's cool, but then it's like we was Shay. Remember we was talking about the revivalists?
Yes, they're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
They're
definitely
good.
years of Metallica that were unbelievable. The new Metallica, I'm gonna have to step out of that one.
No, I ain't really heard
I
none
don't
of
like
that.
new Metallica. I like the old Metallica. Like
You know the
Enter
joke, right, about
Sandman, stuff
Lars
like that.
and drummers in general. Do you know what the last song the last thing a drummer ever said to a band before he got cut? Hey guys, I
What?
just wrote a song.
Mm.
That's what happened to Metallica. Lars showed up and wrote, and he was just too much.
As far as drummers, I'm a Travis Barker.
Okay, Travis Barker's legit. I'll give him that one. He's
Yeah.
got a lot of flair to his style. Old school Korn drummer, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. That dude had a lot of style to his play too.
Yeah, Korn was pretty dope. I just see at that time I knew the name of the band and I knew the songs.
Yeah,
I didn't really know individual musicians like the drummer or the guitarist or the lead singer for that matter. But
yeah.
I know of a Travis Barker, and who else I know of?
I don't like Styx, but you got to give it up to the drummer. He was unbelievable. That's 70s rock for you.
You telling your age?
Hey, I was before my time, but not by much, unfortunately.
I mean, no, you don't gotta be old to know 70s music.
That's true. I was just
They
joking.
still play it all the time and 80s. Like it's
a lot
good
of my
music.
a lot of my sound packs come with like 70s sound. Like whenever Back to the Future came out and they started using synths, I like a lot of those sounds.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember when we got our first new car we ever got when I was a little kid. It had like a tape that came from Ford factory, and it had they had Bose systems in them there for a very short period of time, and they had the song from Back to the Future. Man, I wore that tape out listening to that song about Back to the Future because that was big bass to me when I was real young.
I think I always when it comes to picking music, even when CDs were around, I was the guy if you got dope artwork, I'll give it a try. Like the artwork
Yeah.
gotta be insane.
Yeah, back when I was young, man, I used to go to the CD shop like every Tuesday because new music would drop. So, I've always finding the ones that are just making it. People that know me know that. Whoever ex-girlfriend, they know how to search for artists always on YouTube and stuff. Like I found Ernie Halter one time and stuff. But like 12 Stones, I remember their CD when it first dropped. I got it that day, and some people didn't even know who it was. So then that's crazy because now when I do my shows, I like my favorite ones are the one that wants to make it, and so that up and coming stuff, man, I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
You can promote them so well, and they want it.
Now you've been in the game for a little while, and you've had your ups and your downs in the industry. You've fought through some stuff. You've come back stronger than ever. And for a lot of people in our podcast, I mean, nobody's got a perfect life out there. Some people have gone through some struggles, but they come out and they keep showing up and they keep sitting there and they keep fighting. And those are the people we love to be around because they just don't give it up. Tell me some of the stuff that you've gone through and where you're at today, man. That's absolutely unbelievable, but it wasn't always an easy road. Tell me what it was like, and tell me a little bit of your story.
Well, I did those trail rides for a long time, and it'd be like 10 years this year. So, and then back in 2018, my dad died of cancer. And then I just kind of went in a dark place after that. And I already drank and stuff like that and partied, have a good time and all that. But like then I started drinking really, really bad, drinking as much as a bottle a night, like Crown Royal. And oh man, hold on, I'm sorry. Let me do not disturb.
Oh yeah, that happens to me too.
Yeah, you do it too. All artists and stuff like that do it. But I used to hate it. But anyway, now that I got to do it. But going back, so I started drinking a bunch, and I would drink at least 3 bottles of Crown Royal a week, and sometimes mostly a whole bottle at a night. And then I got to the point where a couple of years passed by, and I started doing it again. Like I needed a change. And then I read somewhere something about you being humble. Sometimes you're not as humble as you think you are. And I all of a sudden said, I'm going to Google that. So I Googled, you're not always, like that right there. And I read something that struck me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not really humble, I guess. And so I took on a little journey of trying to become humble. And anyway, as I was doing that, I figured out that the drinking was helping, but it wasn't fixing. So I started, sometimes in like bad things, you're looking for your fix. But in this case, I started searching for my fix because I wanted to fix it. So I being humble, I took about 3 years, and I was like, bam, I'm there. I wanted to do the music thing back in 2020, but I wasn't really there. So in that little time of me finding myself and dealing with all this mental health and then trying to get to where I can handle a little better, I started getting my ducks in a row, meeting artists, Googling, searching for artists, kind of like being a scout for a label, but for my own self. And so I started doing that, meeting and talking and gaining relationships. And then bam, so I already had so much behind me that happened behind the scenes. And then December the 6th, I went and took that money to that lawyer and got my LLC. And so March the 6th will be 3 months, man. And it's going good. I hit 1,000 followers a day. Somebody said that's pretty decent.
Well, if y'all are watching, make sure you follow this man, Shay Gables. Go ahead and give him a look see see what he's doing. He's got some big stuff cracking. We wanted to take a moment. This is actually a spin-off of J-Dub. Showed him up to him. I believe KO already had a bit of a relationship in the game. I mean, this is kind of what we do. We try to reach out. We try to talk to the music. We try to talk to everybody. Our next goal is for you to get yourself and your people, get them on some of these stages in the off-road world and really meet these great fans. You can't miss out an opportunity to hit these fans out here.
For sure. You're in Kentucky,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, I'm in Mississippi.
He's in Mississippi.
Yeah.
I have a
Like way
cousin
down
that
here.
owns- I have a cousin that owns a big rescue down there.
Humpback, crooked leg.
Where at?
I forget what it's called. I forget the name of the town. It's a really weird, strange town.
Well, it ain't here then.
It's really weird.
I can't be the only one that every time they hear the word Mississippi, they start spelling it with like the
MISSI.
I mean, it's terrible, but yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one state I'll never misspell.
The crooked letter. No, you can't.
And my crooked leg, humpback.
Hey, speaking of Mississippi, can we talk a little bit? I mean, can I give a little shout out to Mississippi, to the town I'm in?
Yeah, man.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about where I'm from here. I'm from Taylorsville, Mississippi, but I live in Laurel. I've been out here. October was about it. This October of this year will be 3 years. So I'm near. I mean, I only knew a few people compared to how many people lives here, and I don't know. I think it's maybe 20,000. I'm not sure. I have to Google it or something. But man, Laurel, Mississippi, right here, and I've grown to like it. I met a lot of cool people through here, man. I do Thursday night gigs at this little place called The Grill, man. The place has been there like probably 50 plus years. And it started out as like a liquor store, and then I think a little convenience store. I don't know, something like that. I may be wrong on the other one, but I know liquor store. And then it turned, the man turned it into a bar. And then Mr. Brian, he's running it now. That was his father that made it. Man, it's a classic dive bar right here in Laurel, Mississippi. And it's awesome. So I have my Thursday night shows, and I got Jake Stevens. He's coming down from Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's from Mississippi, but he's been living in Chattanooga for a long time now. So, but he comes to visit, show us some love, play some tunes, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to be at my place this Thursday night. And well, it's not my place, Brian. Brian owns the grill. He's let me do my music through it. So he'll be at my show this Thursday night. And also he'll be at 325th Street downtown here in Laurel. Man, it's an awesome bar. Let me tell you something. If you're not been there, man, it's a great atmosphere. The really nice place. It's totally decorated, totally through music. It's awesome. And he's pulling artists from as far as New York, right here to Laurel, Mississippi. He's doing. I know
Brian, man. Big shout out to Brian.
No. Brian's on the grill where I have my shows. But this
He's
325th Street.
Brian owns the grill.
Brian owns the grill.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jake Stevens is playing at the grill at my show. And then this coming Sunday, he's playing at 325th Street.
Okay.
So two different places. Look it up.
My squirrel kicked in. Oh, there he goes. There he is. My squirrel kicked in for a second. Hold up. Let me see your watch. I think I've got that same watch.
It's Poplarville, Mississippi.
I do have that watch.
You got that?
I do have that watch. There's something about me, man. I collect watches. I love watches. Back in the day, it's hard to believe it, but I was in a suit every day of my life, and then started that landscaping company and hung them all up. But I still got an addiction.
Really?
That is a German company. Starts with an H.
It's the wooden watch?
Yes, sir.
Come on. It's got my name. It's got Gable engraved on the back of it back there.
Nice.
That's cool.
Sorry, I couldn't shout that out. I love that watch.
I'm throwing my hands. I talk with my hands, man. I need them. But 320, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But no, like just saying, on this Sunday, Jake Stevens is going to be there. I've gained a relationship. I know one of the owners now. I gained a relationship with him every night. He's a real cool dude, man. We're giving each other our support, and I appreciate that from a venue right here in town because as a promoter, I kind of needed it. But he's cool, man. We had an old fashioned handshake on supporting each other. You know, years ago that handshake meant a lot. So this kind of cool little story on that. But anyway, well, you can talk about something else if you want to.
Yeah. So all right. So I know you do. I know you do a little bit of off roading. Do you have your own buggy? Like, what kind of machine you got?
No, man, I don't. I haven't been roading so long. I don't have time. I actually just sold my foiler, man. I don't
Oh
have
man.
time. I work 2 jobs, 7 days a week, and then I run my business. And I really can't talk about it like publicly just yet, but some big things has happened for me lately. I've just recently, you know,
Yeah, we got you, man.
something's coming up. Yeah. So y'all be looking for it. I'll be announcing that hopefully whenever that's available for me to do. But anyway, it's really big for me. So exciting news coming soon.
Definitely, man.
Well, I'll
We're
tell you this,
excited.
Shay, man. I appreciate you stopping by. You know, we always chop it up. Big shout out to J Dub. I like what you got going on. I'm definitely gonna keep the eyes on you out there in Mississippi.
Nice.
You know, so anything you got going on, you know, tag me. Send me the
I
tag.
will.
Say, man, make
Yes.
sure y'all follow this guy.
Look at that.
See
Look
what
at
he's
that.
got going on.
Lacey. Did I see Lacey
Yeah, that,
McCraw right down here?
yep.
Look, hey, what's up? Look, she's one of my biggest supporters right here in the town law. You know, I didn't know her till I moved here and started getting out. And I got like she buys all my merch. She wears it. She is at every show. I mean, several of them. Ashley Johnson. I don't know Ashley. Are you on here?
Super
Ashley.
support. Appreciate the
Yeah.
support,
What?
Lacey.
Yeah. And Courtney Haley. Look, there's several of them. Everybody at the grill, man. Robbie Sherman, Brian, all y'all. Hunter, man, appreciate y'all. And the rest that I forgot.
And that's what it's all about, bro. Everybody supporting, you know,
Small town, small town.
small
Definitely.
town.
We appreciate
Yeah.
you jumping in with us tonight. You've got big things. Make sure you guys check out Shay Gable. He's going to be doing some big things. His name's going to pop up around you, and just so y'all know, you saw him here first if you never saw him before.
Can I say one last thing, man?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, I kind of hit a little bit on that mental health stuff a while ago, and I just want everybody out there who sees this or sees this later, whatever, you know, I want to use my platform for kind of helping people that don't have anybody to open up to when in the mental health game, you know, nation, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, I'm here. Hit me up. People do that all the time. That's already happening. So, I mean, let's reach on out. Come on, open up to me. Let's talk. I'll get you through it.
For sure,
Thank
man.
y'all.
That's
Peace,
super
love,
right.
and Rockin' G.
Peace, love, bro.
Rockin' G.
Appreciate
Bye,
you, bro.
Shay.
You have a great night.
Bye.
Thanks for coming on.
All right.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again on a Tuesday. Thursday, we got huge things. We got Resto Quad in the house with James. We got KO with more Liquid Death, waiting for that sponsorship package, his partnership with Liquid Death. I got water. I got Spartan water.
That looks good
There
on
you go.
camera, though. Look at that.
There you
Hold
go.
on.
I'm rocking the Spartan. So we also got CT Raceworks coming in the house. As soon as this live ends, are we doing a chug off? As soon as this video ends, we are going to pop that video, that promo video for CT Raceworks. It's going to go out to the masses. Make sure you guys check out CT Raceworks. If you like fast buggies, awesome buggies, King of the Hammers, the Dakar, these are the guys you want to go to if you want the baddest ride in the nation. Wow, those are some big eyes going on there. So, KO threw me off my game.
What did he say?
I lost it. I got nothing. My face is red. Let's go.
What
Y'all
did
know
you
the
say,
vibes.
Kale?
Now, I didn't say nothing, man. Y'all know the vibes, bro. If you outside, you outside. Welcome to the Live Off-Road Podcast. # The Lock. Y'all know what's going on, man. So be sure to be sharing this live, bro, and get some people up here. Send us messages. Let us know what you think, because we love the feedback, and we just want to hear from you guys.
Definitely. And KO's been rocking the guerrilla warfare when it comes to the guerrilla marketing. He has been everywhere and anywhere he's been down. He was on the podcast last night with old OG Scarlett down at the Mud Park down there, Redneck Mud Park, formerly known as the Redneck Yacht Club. He was cutting it up with those boys down there, getting ready for that prep tour when he goes down there to check that place out. Sherry always working her butt off, always on the phone, nonstop. If you try to call her, it might be busy, but she will call you back. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't get getting the guests rocking and rolling. And then there's just little old me. All I do is pop some videos together and kick it out there, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to take this thing to the next level, and it's all about the people that have been with us from the start. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And until then, we will catch you next Thursday at 8, or this Thursday at 8 p.m.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Later, y'all.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
See ya.